I think the two main ones here that people are talking about is going to be the King's Speech or the Social Network. Where do your loyalties lie? Do they lie with either of them?
Well,
The Social Network, I'd say. There's a lot to like in that film. Really enjoyed it.
Social Network just feels like it's kind of on the button very much. It's very current. It's a big issue, like this huge thing we're using every day. Like I think it's amazing that they made a film out of it now rather than waiting.
You said about the difference in sort of the currentness of them, because I think it's kind of reflected in the score in the orchestral score. In the King's Speech relies very heavily in the key scenes at the end of the film on Beethoven, whereas the Social Network actually has a really groundbreaking sort of score done by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, and of course Trent Reznor's actually, he's just been asked to do the American remake of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Now we're pretty much on the back of it, because and it's sort of done for electronic cinema music in a way what sort of Vangelis did with Chariots of Fire and that kind of thing. But I think it says a lot about the films in how current the Social Network is and how forward looking it is, whereas I think the King's Speech is very much focused on a particular point in time. But I think it's possibly unfair to write off the King's Speech based on that, and also based on the fact that it's possibly a little less complex. But I think at the end of the day, for me, it was quite a powerful film, and it had a very uplifting feel to it.
No Interception is very much my film of the year. I think it is the most complex, most thought-provoking, most intelligent, and most powerful, and most meaningful. And for all those reasons, I think it is a genuine masterpiece which will live on, and I think in years to come, people will look back and say that Inception should have won.
Are there any other films that sort of, apart from the ones we mentioned, that we feel maybe could be more deserving but aren't being buzzed about necessarily?
I think the Social Network is the most deserving. I mean, 127 Hours certainly packed a punch, and it had a big impact on me. But best all-rounder and best, most enjoyable, probably the Social Network.
Yeah, I think it's worth saying there are actually a lot of great films on this category, films that were very enjoyable. I think also a lot of people came out and saw them. I mean, we said Black Swan already, Toy Story 3, True Grit, I think is the best grossing film for the Coen Brothers. I mean, it's a great year, I think, for Best Pictures, but I mean, it always does come down to
To a degree, but I also feel that when we're talking about Best Pictures, so many nowadays, because they have 10 films, it's much harder for people to get annoyed because their favourite isn't on there. I mean, my favourite, Inception, has been nominated for Best Director, and I think had it been released a couple of years ago, wouldn't have got a nomination simply because because there'd only be 5. And I feel that they should restrict it back down to 5 because it just looks silly when you think it through. It just looks silly, and it removes the exclusivity of the films. Obviously, I'd like
everyone's invited. Yay!